It is official, ladies and gentlemen. Sting has officially signed with WWE as of today, April 6, 2014, the day of WrestleMania 31 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Sting has reached an agreement with WWE. Sting was at the WrestleCon today and teased an appearance at WrestleMania 31 at a fan Q&A session today. Sting told fans that his new favorite number is 31. Now, this basically says Sting is 100% on board with WWE, and he said that he'll be coming in sooner rather than later. Now, there's really no word on if he'll be announced or appearing at WrestleMania tonight or tomorrow on Raw, but he is 100% coming to WWE, and this should, unless WWE drops the ball, he should be appearing at WrestleMania 31 with The Undertaker. This has been highly speculated for the last probably about 5 or 6 months, and rumors really heated up when Sting's contract was set to expire with TNA in January. For the 2-3 months leading up to that, there was a lot of speculation. Then when Sting announced that he wasn't going to be re-signing his contract with TNA, things just escalated, really went through the roof. I think that it should have happened probably when WWE bought WCW back in 2001, 2002. It would have been better then, but we are finally getting it. There's really no reason we can't be too picky. Would we have rather had, better storylines during the invasion storyline? Absolutely. There could have been better matches. We could have had Austin versus Goldberg. We could have had The Rock versus Sting. We could have had Sting versus The Undertaker. There's a lot of things that they could have done that they didn't. But things are happening now. We're finally gonna get Sting and The Undertaker. It looks like it's about time. It's not going to be as good of a match as it would have been back in the day, but it is finally going to happen. So I don't think fans should be too picky or too critical of this at all, because we've been wanting it for a really, really long time anyway. I think that this is the best way for Sting to go out as far as his career goes. Every good superstar deserves a decent run in the WWE, whether it's a couple months or a couple years. DDP should have had a better run than he had in the WWE. He shouldn't have taken the stalker angle like he did, but he still had a good run. I believe, if I remember right, he was the U.S. champion. If not, he had a run at it. I know he fought for it at WrestleMania. So it's good to see old WCW guys finally getting their due in WWE after a couple years. And I think that in the long run, when it's all said and done, this is going to be the icing on the cake for Sting's career. Sting doesn't have to do this. He doesn't have to come to WWE. Regardless of whether he came to WWE or not, his legacy was still going to be the same. He was still going to have a great legacy. He should have, regardless, he should be a Hall of Famer. I think that whether he comes to the WWE or not, he should be inducted into the Hall of Fame, because WWE owns the rights to WCW. I think that this is a great move for Sting. I think that, Sting should have come to WWE instead of TNA when he returned in, 2005, 2006? I think that, a lot of people don't realize that Sting has been wrestling for the last 10 years, because not many people watch TNA. I think that this is going to put Sting back on top. This is going to put Sting back in the limelight and back in the spotlight where he deserves to be. And this is going to help his career end on a high note. It's going to help his career end. Everybody wants to end on top. And what better way to end your career than at WrestleMania 31? On the grandest stage of them all, the showcase of the Immortals, and Sting is the epitome of an immortal wrestler. He's outstanding, he's good, he's talented, he's a fan favorite. Regardless of how much of a step he's lost, he still cuts great promos. I mean, I loved the Joker angle they did with Sting in TNA a few years ago with Hogan. I think that this is perfect. And honestly, if they were to start another Invasion storyline where they brought WCW back about a month or two ago, there was a leaked promo video back from 2001 after the Invasion storyline where they were going to relaunch the WCW brand. Why not start another Invasion storyline and bring back some of the old guys? Have Sting be the GM, or not even don't do another Invasion storyline, but have Hogan be the GM of Raw, Sting the GM of SmackDown. Have the two brands go at each other one last time, and have it be like an Invasion storyline where SmackDown is invading Raw, or start another, a third, flagship program similar to Raw and SmackDown that's better than Main Event and better than Superstars, and have that invade Raw and have Sting lead the charge, and in the end, have it all come to a head at WrestleMania 31 where Undertaker defends WWE against Sting. Bam! It's beautiful. But finally, Sting is coming to WWE. It's about time. Stinger, we're glad to have you. Sound off the comments. What do you guys think of it?